In the previous video, we took a look at this chart, sorting the real numbers into different categories. What we're going to do now is practice with some examples, and we're going to have you select which category each of the numbers should fall into. The first example we're going to look at is 1/2. Now, 1/2 is a real number. In fact, all of the numbers that we're going to be studying in this class are going to be real, so it's kind of a gimme. Next, you have to decide if the number is rational or irrational. And just a hint, it cannot be both. Think back to the chart. There were two separate arrows that took you either to the rationals or the irrationals. 1/2 is a terminating decimal because it's equal to 0.5, so we would circle rational. And that's where we stop. We talked about the integers in the last video, not including fractions and decimals. And if it's not an integer, it cannot be a whole number and it cannot be a natural number. Next is 11. 11 is real. It is a terminating decimal, so it's rational. It is an integer. It is a whole number, and it is also a natural number. -7 is real. It is a terminating decimal, so it's rational. And it does have a negative sign, so that puts it in the integer category, but it rules it out of the whole number and the natural numbers. Square root of 14 is a real number. And if you type it in your calculator, you can figure out if it's irrational or irrational. In fact, if you type in square root of 14, you get 3.74165, and then the decimals continue from there. But you can see that there's no pattern, and they don't appear to stop. So that makes square root of 14 an irrational number. Once it's irrational, it cannot be any of the others. If you look back at your chart, there's nothing below the irrational box. The next example is the number 0. 0 is a real number. It is a terminating decimal, so it's rational. It is an integer, and it's also a whole number. It is not a natural number because the natural numbers start with 1. 0.75 is real. It is a terminating decimal, so it also makes it rational, but it is not an integer. The square root of 25, you may be tempted just to circle real and irrational again, but if you type in the square root of 25 to your calculator, you get 5. That makes it a rational number, an integer, a whole number, and a natural. So just kind of be careful with your square roots. And the last number is 1. That's a real number. It's a terminating decimal, so it's rational. It's an integer, a whole number, and also a natural number.